my name is Aglaia Sandoval, and today I'm going to be teaching you about essential oils, specifically the Just Breathe roller. So the objectives for today: identify 3 essential oils and their health benefits. And our second objective is create the Just Breathe roller using those 3 identified oils and a carrier oil of your choice. So let's begin. Before we start, I know there's people wondering, what are essential oils? You probably heard it somewhere, a friend, a family member, but you have no idea where they come from. So let's talk about that real quick. Essential oils are the purest distillation of nature. Essential oils have enhanced lives for thousands of years. Until this day, there's new benefits that are still being discovered. Just think about it. Back then, our ancestors, people thousands of years ago, did not have the medicine and technology that we have. Yet, they could still find medicine in nature. And that is one of the biggest benefits from essential oils. They can help our health and wellness. Now, let's talk about how essential oils are used. There's 3 common ways to use essential oils. Those ways are: number 1, aromatically. That is through aroma. That is through diffusing that oil using a diffuser and just taking in the smell and the aroma of that oil. The second one is topically. Topically is the second most common way to use oil. That is through applying that oil to the skin and just letting the skin soak up all of the nutrients and benefits. And number 3, internally. This is the one that I really don't recommend unless you are educated on this subject matter. Do not intake and digest the oil unless you know what you're doing. So we're going to start by creating our roller. When creating our roller, we need 4 very important things. Number 1, our oils. Number 2, our carrier oil. I will be using the fractionated coconut oil because it's my personal favorite and the one that works best on my skin. You will also need your roller, and some of you might need a dropper. So let's talk about these oils and start making our roller along the way. So our first oil is Eucalyptus globus. Eucalyptus globus is an oil that is well known for respiratory infections and bronchitis. It is also well known for slowing down or stopping infectious diseases. Our roller calls for 8 drops of Eucalyptus globus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I like to keep it very close to the top of the roller so that I don't waste any oil, and it just helps with the oil going straight into the bottle. So our next oil is peppermint. Peppermint is well known to helping those who have asthma and even helping with the flu. So our roller calls for 6 drops of peppermint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And our last oil is lemon. Lemon is well known for helping with colds and flus. This is also a very powerful oil because it helps with disinfecting. So it helps purify the air and just make sure that our respiratory system is nice and clean. Calls for 6 of this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now that we talked about some of the oils and some of the benefits, notice that we only pointed out the respiratory benefits because we're talking about the Just Breathe roller, which has to do with the respiratory system. We need to fill up our roller with a carrier oil of your desire. In my case, it's going to be the coconut oil. So make sure you don't fill it all the way up. Fill it just to this line, not all the way up here. The reason for that is because we're still going to put our topper on and we don't want the oil just to go everywhere. So just to the line here, not where it starts to twist. Very important. A lot of you might be thinking, there's not a lot of oils in there. And that is because our oils are so concentrated that we don't want to overuse them. A little goes a long way. And I'm not joking when I say a little goes a long way. It really does. So don't try to overuse them thinking the results will be better. Not really. You'll get the same results with this recipe than you would if you would have doubled it. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm filling up my roller with a carrier oil right now. Now that it's filled up, I'm going to pop this lid in there just like that. Make sure it clicks. Once you hear that click, you know you did that correctly. Now we're going to close our roller up, shake it a few times, make sure that it is mixed all together. Now, it's time to evaluate and see if we did this correctly. For the evaluation process, it's going to be something very simple and hands-on, literally hands-on. So we're going to get the roller and we're going to put it in the palm of our hands. Now that we're putting that in the palm of our hands, we are going to move our hands together a couple times and do 5 deep breaths. Once you're done, you should feel how your lungs and your chest just opens up. You're going to feel how you can breathe now. It is all pure air. That is a sign that you did this correctly. Make sure to share this with friends and family. Don't keep this to yourself. That way they can provide feedback whether or not this is something that helped them. Hope to hear from y'all soon. Any questions, leave them in a comment or an email. Bye.